Hello students, welcome to St. Peter Schools. Open your book, page number 151, chapter 4, 4th. So kids, in the previous chapter we learned about different animals preferring different kinds of food. Those are herbivorous, carnivorous, omnivorous. So kids, in this section we are going to learn how animals feed. By this sentence I mean how different animals eat their food. So for example, we human being, we do not swallow the food directly. We chew the food, we make the food into smaller bites, and then with the help of our tooth we eat the food. So in this section we are going to learn how animals actually eat. So let's learn more into it, beginning with herbivorous animals. So kids, have you seen cow? How does the cow eat the food? Have you ever observed them? They chew the grass, they keep into their mouth, and for a long period of time they eat the grass very slowly. So herbivorous pick or pluck their food from the plant. So these animals, they pluck the food from the plant directly with the help of their mouth. Their front teeth are broad, flat, and sharp. Animals like cow, goat, deer, giraffes, etc. bite and swallow large quantities of grass and leaves while grazing. So what do these animals do? They intake large quantity of food into their stomach. Later, like afterwards, they sit calmly, leisurely. By leisurely means they sit quietly and bring back the swallowed food into their mouth and chew it thoroughly with their grinding teeth. So kids, what do these animals do? They take large quantity of food in their stomach while grazing, and after some time when they sit calmly or when they sit and relax, what do? They bring back this swallowed food into their mouth and chew it thoroughly with their grinding teeth. This is called chewing the cud. Next is we are going to learn about how does carnivorous animal feed. So kids, have you ever observed any videos or on the wild discovery channel? How do these animals, like for example lion or tiger, how do they eat their food? They kill the other animal with the help of their sharp, strong limbs and sharp claws. So these animals are very strong and they have very good eyesight, so they are also very strong. The reason behind this is they have to hunt the other animal and they have to kill. For this purpose, the front teeth of the carnivorous are very sharp, pointed and curved. They also have very strong grinding teeth. They have very good eyesight, strong limbs and sharp claws. So kids, if you can look into this paragraph in detail, this is a clear indication that these qualities are the qualities which are there in wild animals. So kids, they have very good eyesight so that they can see the animals which are around them, so that they can run and attack on them, and they can kill them with the help of their strong limbs and sharp claws, and so that they can make them their food. All these features help them to chase their prey and tear its flesh. So kids, can you kill, like for example, no, a human being cannot kill any animal with the help of their fingers or anything. So for example, when you observe in a meat shop, person who is making the meat, he uses some sharp objects. So similarly, these animals have sharp limbs which help them to kill their prey and tear its flesh so that they can make them their food. Okay, so this animals that chew cud are called ruminants. What are they called as? Ruminants. A hyena has very strong teeth. It can chew away even the bones of its prey. Okay kids, the hyena is an animal which has very strong teeth. That animal can chew the flesh as well as bones of the other animal. Now let's learn about another types of animal. Have you observed rabbit or squirrel? What do they usually eat? they usually eat nuts and roots with their sharp front teeth. So if you observe this animal, they have very sharp tooth in front of like it's in just in the front of their mouth, and they are very sharp and toned. These animals, they are called as gnawing animals. So I'll repeat it, they are called gnawing animals. The teeth of the mice are so strong that they can gnaw a thick rope and wood too. So kids, any of you have seen mice or rats? So if you observe them, they have very sharp tooth, and it's just in front of their mouth, so they can even gnaw a thick rope and wood too. So there are many cases in which mice has spoiled a furniture with the help of their tooth. So these animals are called gnawing animals. Turn So kids, come to page number 152. Now on this page we are going to learn about feeding habits of some more animals. So kids, there are other animals like snakes, lizard, frogs. They do not have teeth. So have you imagined how do they eat? They swallow their food in a hole. So kids, they directly swallow the food. Lizards and frogs flick out their tongue to catch the insects. So this frog and even the lizard, if you look how they eat, they what do they do is they flick out their sticky tongue to catch the insect. The tongue is so sticky that even if it touches a insect in the on the wall or in the air, it gets stuck on their tongue. A snake's mouth opens so wide that it can swallow even a rabbit. So kids, the snake, which looks very small, the mouth of the snakes looks very small, but it can open so wide that it can swallow even a rabbit. Some animals even can swallow a human being as well. Crocodiles and alligators have large mouths with very strong teeth. They attack the animals that come to water bodies. So the crocodiles and the alligators, so kids, they have very strong teeth. They can attack the animals as well as human being, and they can kill them within a while. So next type of animals like butterflies, mosquito, or these insect. Have you ever thought how do they eat? So did you observe how butterfly eats? So I will tell you how they eat. So they feed on nectar. They have a long coiled sucking tube called proboscis to suck nectar from the flower. So kids, this butterflies, they feed on nectar. What do we mean by nectar? Nectar is something, some liquid products that are present in the flowers or leaves or the petals. So they have a long coiled sucking tube that is called as proboscis, and that helps the nectar from to suck the nectar from the flower. So they have this coiled called as proboscis, which sucks the nectar from the flower. Mosquitoes feeds on plant juices or animal bloods. They have piercing and sucking mouth parts. So kids, these mosquito, they sit on the skin of human being or on the plant, and they what do they do? They pierce on the surface of the animal or human being, and they do a piercing and suck the liquid from human body or wherever they are sitting. Now, elephants have a trunk which helps them in eating and drinking. An elephant can even uproot a banana tree and put in its mouth. It sucks water into its trunk and pours in its mouth, or even sprays it on its body to cool itself. So kids, this elephant, they use trunk for eating. They are so strong that they can even uproot a banana tree, and they also drink water with the help of their trunk. An elephant eats for about 16 hours a day. It can eat about 150 to 200 kilograms of food. Because the body is so big of the elephant, it needs large amount of food. And these the food that elephant eats with the help of their trunk. We domesticate some animals to help us in various way. We must take good care of these animals. Food and water must be given to them in clean vessels. We should take them to veterinary doctor when they fall sick. We should be kind to them. So kids, animals that we keep as pet, we should take care of them, and we should take to a veterinary. Who is veterinary? Veterinary is a doctor who takes care of the animals. Basically, it's a doctor who treats animal. So it's our responsibility to take care of these animals which are at our home, and we need to take care of them. And similarly, we also need to take care of the other animals as well by protecting the environment, because these animals are dependent for their food on the environment. So kids, I hope I have explained each and everything from this chapter, how what are the animals and how they are different in terms of eating habits, and how they feed the food, like how they eat their food. So in this chapter we have covered all these things, like types of animals, herbivorous, carnivorous, omnivorous, and how what are the ways in which they feed the food. So kids, on the I want you to come on page number 153. I want you to read all the points that are given on this now I know, because it will help you to understand the chapter in a very short period of time, and important points are given in this section. And I also want you to go through this my word bank, which are given in the green box. Okay kids? Okay, so I want you to go through all the whole chapter once again, revise everything, and if you haven't understood any of the thing, you can ask me whenever you want. Okay, thank you kids.